think we live. Welcome everybody back to Crypto After Dark. I'm Keith. Thank you for joining us. Let's get our coin market cap open. We'll go over the markets and then check in on these bots. I just need to grab a mouse. Give me 1 second. Yeah, can you check the screen?
Yeah,
thank you. Nice.
Oh, it sounds way better.
Oh, way better?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can hear it. It's super clear. That's excellent. I should have got my mouse set up beforehand. I'm sorry. But if it sounds better, give it a like. Thumbs up for the mic.
We're ghetto, so we only have the one mic for now.
Shout out to Arthur for the new mic.
Yeah. Shout out. Alright. So, that's okay. We'll sacrifice the mouse. I can do it without a mouse. Alright, welcome back everybody. So, Bitcoin's been on quite a rip this week. Kind of pulling back these next couple days. Currently around 27,500. Let's see what. So when you're at Revenue Bot, this is kind of for the newbies. Welcome anybody who's new. This is your dashboard. You can see some of your basic statistics, such as the last 24 hours. It'll break it down in your Bitcoin and USDT or whatever other coins that you have been trading in, as well as the weekly, monthly, and totals. So if you want to see it a little bit more in depth, one place you can click on is going on bots, and you'll see it break down the different bots. That one should be started, so we're going to start that one back. In order to do that, you just click start and OK, and it should tell you successfully completed, just like that. So let's check on Satoshi Stacker, since that one's already going. One way to check on it is under Management and Statistics. You click that there, and it will bring you to this page. Up at the top, it will tell you the name. Over here, the status and its state. Over on the side panel, it'll show you the total profits made. And then down in this grid over here, you can see, the ID, the status, the dates, the pair, how deep in the grid it went, and the deposit amount. Right now you can see mine's kind of all over the place because I am on a futures trade, which I'm currently shorting, and the trade is up 10%. Woohoo! But back to what I was talking about. You'll see that these are your open orders on the exchange. And yep, it's XRP BTC. So let's open up the chart and see what it's looking at. So it's just kind of been chopping around here and there. So you can see your sell price over here. In order for me to get out, the price would have to reach 1585, which is just slightly over this prior high over here. So if it goes up there and it closes out, that will be a profitable trade. If it goes down further, it's going to continue to fill my buy orders that you can see outlined down here. So the bot just it has a grid. It fills up the bags depending on, how the market fluctuates, and it will sell and just continue to move on to new pairs. So we showed you the Satoshi stacker. We showed you the dashboard. Right now, yeah, that's the same one I just showed you. All right, so let's see if I can. Let's pull up spot, which would be this one. All right, so you can see that right now this is running and it's searching for a new pair. You can see how much is in the account. You can see how much it's made. This bot, you know, just lots of little profits here and there. That's what this one's just meant to be, slow and steady. So let's pull up this whole grid and you can see a lot more of the trades. And I'll try to go slow that you have a moment to read them. So once again, because the way I have my wallet set up, I have my wallet set up to about 99% allocation. So every time it makes a trade and it receives the profit, it's going to put the profit back in for a compounding effect to continue growing the account. It's a small account, and that's just my personal strategy. So I'm not giving any financial advice. None of this is ever financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. Yeah, full transparency, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. Using the revenue bots on Kucoin. So it's got a lot of different trading pairs that it goes through. In a minute, we'll go into the actual program, and I'll show you a little bit about it. So if you ever wanted to tweak it or understand a bit more how it works, we can do that live for you. Hopefully I'm not going too fast in the lists. Hopefully you guys are able to see the proof of trades. That's important, proof of trades. And if you want to be able to see it, just an idea of what does that look like on a percentage basis. I have them for sale in the marketplace, so if you are interested, links in the description. And this is where we're able to see the statistics. The Satoshi stacker is actually keeping up with and outpacing my long bot, which I think is kind of impressive. I never really expected my Bitcoin bot to outpace my long spot bot, but I've really been tuning that one down for safety. It took one loss before, and we don't really want that to happen anymore. I'd rather it go low and slow than take any losses, really. But one thing we're going to look into is really chopping down the coin list so that we don't get stuck in any kind of altcoins. We don't want to be dabbling too far into that altcoin forest, getting stuck in, shit coins. Like, just trade proven coins. We don't have to have too much to worry about with that. But anyways, back to the statistics. Satoshi stacker, current 5.69% total with an average of 0.2% daily. Long spot, since last update, up 2.34% with an average of 0.19% daily. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you love it. Thank you, Marky. Just checking through the messages a little bit. Thank you all for tuning in. Smash up the likes. If anyone's got any coins they want to take a look at, or they want to share how their bots are doing, or just want to, shoot the shit, feel free to drop some comments in the stream. I'll make sure to do my best to check in.
Crypto Norsky says, what up?
Norsky, what's going on? Shout out, Crypto Norsky.
Everyone says it sound better, so.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. This is big improvement. That one little snippet, I could hear it was far clearer. Anything we can do to just keep making this stream a little better here and there, we're going to look into that and try to do it. So, a little bit about my current trade that's open live. If anybody's been in the Telegram group, they'll know that I like to share a little bit of my own spin on analysis. But one thing that kind of got my attention is something called the moon phases. And this is something that I actually found from Crypto Crown. And shout out to Eric Crown. That guy is an absolute madman and a genius when it comes to the markets. So Crown's Crypto Cave is one place you can get fantastic statistical analysis and real quality trading. Like, he's the real deal. Anyways, so as soon as this actually loads, we can see the moons. Haha. So let's zoom out just a little bit. And you'll notice that you have these moon shifts, right? You got blue, gray, blue, gray, blue. And overall, it's it can be kind of a lagging indicator. It's not exactly perfect, but generally when it turns blue, the price will go down. And generally when it turns gray, the price will swing back up again. Blue, swing down, gray, swing back up, blue. We're right at this resistance. So, those two together made me say, hey, I'm going to go short here because I just think that, maybe the market went up a little too fast here. We're at this resistance. Maybe we should cool off a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. So if we're going to pull up some targets real quick, places that I'm looking to maybe exit. Of course, this is, once again, not financial advice, just what I'm doing. We're going to pull up a fib from the bottom. We'll pull it to the top.
So Crypto Northman wants to know how you use your Fibonacci tool to predict the price movement.
Perfect question. So right now we're actually doing the Fibonacci, and the way that it works is I pulled it from the bottom. Uh-oh. I think you're on the remote. Sorry about that. So to pull up a Fibonacci, let me get rid of that again. And what we're going to do, you're going to find the swing low. And some people use wicks. Some people use candle closes. Let's make life easy. Maybe we'll just do wicks this time. Wick to wick. So swing low to swing high, and that will give you a bullish retracement. So more or less, you're going to get these ranges. So you have the 236 is your first level, followed by the 382. 382 is usually where I would be targeting in a strong uptrend. It'll just print another. If this was your prior low, the 382 would be a natural higher low. So if it were to swing down to here, that would be quite bullish in the overall, structure scheme of things. And continue on out. You don't think so, Violet? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. What do you think, Kit Kat? Come here. No, maybe not. So, sorry about that. In a very, very, very bullish trend, you'll see that right now it's just kind of chopping in this 236 area. That if you wanted to play the range, you could certainly do that. But if you're looking for the next leg down, this is where I'm personally got my sights on for my short is 25,624. Now, if it were to start really pulling down into a deep value zone, I'd really be looking more along the 618, which is 23,299. So just to give you an idea percentage wise, we'll pull up a price range tool. I got my fill at 28,000, I think 104 or something like that. So
remember your pictures in the top right corner, so it's blocking some of the top right corner of the chart you have.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I think that might help. Let me know in 1 second. There's a little bit of a delay, but I hopefully am going to address the stuff that my face has been blocking out. So anyways, we'll get back to that. I just lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. So 382 is where I'd be targeting my short, 618 to deeper retracement, based on the witch moons. So if I were to pull up some other oscillators, you'll see that it is kind of getting a little tired. Oops, that's not what.
Yeah, it hasn't moved yet.
Are you sure you're on watch?
Oh, wow.
On mine.
Yeah, sweet. So,
Oh.
with the indicators, what we're looking at, you get your direction from the stochastic, and this is kind of pointing its way back down. It hasn't crossed the threshold at 80 yet, but it's about to. And when that happens, you're going to basically see it break this structure down to the next level. And it's consolidating down. So when the BBWP, which is this bottom indicator down here, this measures volatility. So when it's way down here, the price is basically going, going sideways and nowhere. And when it goes from this blue and opens up, that's going to give you a large price movement and an expansion. And a large volatile move, just like from here. So this was above the 50% and going up. Now it's just kind of
determine what level to put the Fibonacci tool.
It's the low on so this little structure right here, you can see that the candles, it drops, it stalls, and then it reverses. If you actually, to really make your life easy, let's take it off of candles and we'll just put it on a line chart. And that's really going to make your life a lot easier starting out. So let's get naked on the charts again real quick. Let's get rid of all this. We'll retrace it. We'll get rid of that. And so when you're just looking at the lines, you're going, if you're in an uptrend overall, you look for the bottom, and then you pull all the way to the top. So in this case, over here was the first top, and then it moved up, and it moved up, and it moved up. But now this is the ultimate top, and this is where you're going to keep it. Cool thing about Fibonacci, you could do it from here, and as it moves up, you can use this tool. Stop, tool. Stop. There we go.
How would Marky obtain the moon tool?
Oh, I'll give you the moon tool in just a moment. It's a free indicator. Right here is the other prior low. So you'll actually see that when I moved it up, it caught this bounce on the 382, and it bounced off that again, and it's about to drop down. So you can draw it either way. It's up to you how you want to use it. There are many different strategies to using it, but you're always going to use either the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom. So let's show a top to bottom retracement. Let me restart that one. I don't think that worked out the way I wanted it to, because it should be giving me upside targets. Swing high, swing low. So you'll see that it broke the all-time high, and then right here at that 1618 level is where we're seeing a heavy amount of distribution, and it's about to reverse and go back down, likely to where it came from in this 24,923. Now let's see if that lined up with anything when we did it this way. Yeah, it's just around that 382 mark. So if we were to naturally come down and make new support on top of old resistance, this area, it's basically at that 382 level, which lines up with that old one. You get a lot of confluence. You just have to learn to use them. You can use them bearish retracements, which is from the top to the bottom. A bullish retracement is from the bottom to the top. Now, as for the moon indicator, that is called moon phases. You would go into your indicators bar, type in moon phases, and it looks like there's a couple different ones. It looks like Lux Algo has one. I've never seen that, but I love Lux Algo, and it has a strategy. So I'm curious. Oh, I need to get rid of some stuff real quick. So we're gonna do some fun stuff online live.
Why is the 382 mark significant?
You'll kind of find certain things as you play with it yourself, but 382 is for like strong trends. I was just trying to show you how you see how this is like your prior low. In order for this to remain an uptrend and strong uptrend, naturally you would have to have it above that other one, and this is like the perfect spot. So if you're looking to play strong uptrends, 382 is the perfect natural target. If you're looking for some fake out action, then that's the 618 deep value retrace, golden Fibonacci.
Do these indicators only work on the 1 day time frame, or will it work for shorter time frames?
Works on all.
Yeah, it does. I know.
It works on all. Yes, good question though. It works on all. I want to bring up that moon phases real quick because Lux Algo. I'm excited for this. I'm curious what it even does.
And you get that free at TradingView, right?
Yep. So let's see if I can get, once again, naked on these charts. Let's get rid of some stuff. Because the charts are going to be very hard to see. Wow. It looks like it's got this stuff pretty well. Short, close short, and then long. That one's not exactly good, but that was great on the short. That's a great short. I mean, this moon phase one, the Lux Algo, is the one I think you would really like. So type in moon phases and look for the one that says Lux Algo in the brackets. That is awesome.
Scuba Steve wants to know if you have Skype on that computer so we can make the phone call professional.
If I do, it's not set up right now, but we can definitely get that set up for the next time. I just don't want to set it up live on stream at the moment. Yeah, the speakerphone would be perfectly fine. Definitely jump in. Scuba Steve. What's up, man?
I'll call Steve now.
Alright, so let's get rid of the moon phases.
Before I call Steve, Marky wanted to talk about the ETH BTC.
ETH BTC, sure. Let's look at ETH BTC. If you guys are enjoying the stream so far, smash up the likes. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. And I'm going to have a sip of the Arizona iced tea. You know, one thing about Arizona is still 99 cents. Even all this inflation can't get to Arizona iced tea.
Does Fibonacci work with indicators besides Bitcoin? Yeah, it works for anything.
Yes, it works for everything. It's going to work best on commodity type assets because things like Bitcoin don't have earnings calls and stuff like that, like other stocks or companies do.
I actually used it for Avalanche in our group before it exploded. I think it was only like
Did it hit your targets?
5 people in. Yeah, remember? That's when the Fibonacci was saying buy here when it was $11. That's when I posted about it, and then it went all the way up to 100 at one point.
I'd have to remember, but most likely, I remember you getting in on that project early, and yes, it exploded. Avalanche went like over $100, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
But yeah, that was the indicator I used to buy it as low as I did.
Nice. I love the Fibonacci just because the Fibonacci is a natural. It's a nature. How do I explain this? It's like a natural. I'm not gonna say necessarily a law. Excuse me, but it's a ratio found everywhere in nature, from everything from like a seashell to like the ratio of like the distance of your arms. Like it, you have to look it up on Google. I'm no expert on like what is the definition of Fibonacci, but I will bring it up briefly since it's a very powerful tool, and I think we should be able to understand what is Fibonacci sequence. So first, it's based on in mathematics, a series of numbers in which the number is the sum of the two preceding numbers. Simplest series, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 5, 8, etc. You'll notice that it makes this, spiral out kind of pattern. And when we go deeper for retracements, Fibonacci retracement and extension, let's read about it a little bit in here. Fibonacci extensions are a tool that traders can use to establish profit targets or estimates how far price may travel to a pullback or after a pullback is finished. Extension levels are also possible areas where price may reverse. Drawn as connections to points on a chart, these Steve! What's up, buddy? How's it going, bro?
Are we live?
Oh, we're live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we weren't calling no more.
Oh, I guess we are. Calls are good.
Okay.
We'll get
We'll
get
do-
Skype set up
Yeah, we'll
next
do that
time.
next week.
I just don't have
Okay.
I'm sure it's on this computer. I just don't know all the credentials right now, and I'd rather not do it live and bore everybody.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we should figure out how to like do it like on multiple screens and just like put me in.
Yeah, we definitely will. I need to figure out. The laptop I'm on doesn't have an HDMI out, so if we're gonna do multiple monitors, I'm gonna have to figure out how to use my laptop that's, over there. That's not exactly as powerful, but we'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, Fibonacci's, just to finish this little thing off. It's based on common ratios. Common extension levels are the 61.8. That's one of the ones that I do, which is, I call it the golden ratio. 382 is the one that you keep hearing me talk about, and I explained a little bit why. Fibonacci extensions don't have a formula. When the indicator is applied to a chart, the trader chooses 3 points. Yeah, so really you're looking for the high to the low or the low to the high, and that's how you do the retracements. I don't want to go too heavy on it, but this is where you can find a lot about it from Investopedia. Yeah, so how you been, Steve? What are you up to tonight, man?
I've been good. Doing nothing much. Getting ready. I'm starting softball.
Softball?
League, so.
Nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice. But my bot's been stuck in XRP, so it's pretty disappointing right now, but it's okay. It's not too deep in it.
Yeah. All right, so I think we were just looking at that before I got... So if I were to pull up a Fibonacci on XRP, BTC, we would go from the high down... go from...
That's Ethereum still, right?
Oh, that is Ethereum. Sorry. Yep, we need to go XRP BTC. You're right.
And then tell me the prices. My last buy was at 41 point, almost 42 cents, and then my out is 43 cents, 43.7.
Oh, is it XRP USDT?
Yeah,
Oh.
for my buy.
Okay. All right. Yep. No problem. XRP USDT. All right, so this one I think I was saying as long as it's staying generally above 41 cents, you're good. And where's your out?
My out is 0.437.
That's not that far.
What's it at right now?
42. 42.32. So if I were to... If this stupid thing would stop coming up.
That chart's not that bad. It hasn't put down a low, so I think it'll bounce back up.
It almost looks like it's putting in... Well, it has a lower high. So high, low, lower high. It hasn't made a lower low yet. It could be working on one. How deep is your bot right now is the question.
It's only 4 out of 7, so it's
okay.
healthy right now. So it's unfortunate that it's only that deep because it's been in it for over 24 hours.
Yeah, you'd like to be able to move on. I think it's gonna fill your bags a little more.
I'm fine with that. If it goes deeper, I'm sure it'll get out quicker. Actually.
Yeah. Looking at Heikinashi looks like it might, not on this candle on the 4 hour, but the next 4 hour, if it doesn't like keep its momentum, it might shift green, and you might start heading towards bounce zone in the next maybe 8 or 12 hours.
Hopefully either that or it drops down to 38 real quick and then goes back up to 40 and I exit.
Yeah, I mean 38 would be kind of a heavy drop. I don't know if it's going to quite do that.
Yeah, maybe 39.
If I were to draw a box out real quick where I think it would have some liquidity, you know what? I don't even need to do that. Fuck it. Let's go Lux Algo. You know what? That's funny that you mentioned 38 cents. Lux Algo's got it at 37 to 38 cents for its last block. I was looking more along the lines of about 40 cents to like 39 to 40 cents. So maybe I was a bit too bullish, but maybe you will
Yeah.
get a drop down there. It looks
Yeah,
like there's a lot of liquidity.
Even like 39.5 would be good. That would fill up 2 more orders.
And
So
39.5 is a good spot because that's like basically where it broke out from, the prior breakout range. So old resistance flipping into new support, quite natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a pretty natural zone. If it doesn't reverse from right here to go up a little bit more before swinging down. I think it's probably going to swing down though. It on the candle chart, it looks like it's swinging down. Heikinashis are weird, but they generally tell you the momentum. It's still red, but it could flip.
Sorry, I don't mean to shift gears too much, but I'll relate it back in a second. But the Coinbase thing, are you nervous how that could affect the market at all?
Oh, that's actually a perfect segue because we've been looking at charts for a little bit, so that we can get off onto our news real quick.
Yeah.
It's actually the first 2 articles I brought up on our news today. So let's go over the headline on Reuters. Coinbase, SEC on collision course for existential clash over crypto industry.
I'm looking at that right now too, actually.
Yeah.
And there's that, and also the thing they're getting the same thing that the Ripple had to deal with too.
That's the SEC coming after them. So Gary Gensler has called the crypto sector a Wild West, riddled with fraud. He's now embroiled in a battle with the world's largest crypto firm, Coinbase.
You're
All
not
right,
lying,
so
but how about you go after the people that are actually committing fraud and not Coinbase?
right, that's a good point. So further, the article, the escalated tension exploded into public view on Wednesday when Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong and the company's chief legal officer Paul Grewal posted online that the firm had been told that the SEC staff intend to recommend enforcement action. So they got a Wells notice.
Yeah, exactly.
Coinbase said it was willing to fight in court. So here, Coinbase received a Wells notice from the SEC focused on staking and asset listings. All right, so one thing that we need to go over with this is when Coinbase filed to become a publicly traded company, they actually mentioned staking over 50 times in their documents, which had to be signed off on. So it's not like nobody knew what staking was because they asked for legal permission to do it and offer it to their clients, and it was signed off on. So why is the SEC now coming after them for that when they've done everything that they could to comply? And they've asked on several occasions for further, not just guidance, but, just some sort of, just like clarity on regulation so they know, like, what box do they fit in. They want to do their paperwork and they want to behave and they want to do it the right way. But they're not, quote, the SEC and other, like, legal entities are not making it easy. In fact, it would look like they're even singling out crypto and coming down on them.
So crypto must be added that they don't even tell them which tokens that they have issues with.
Right, like, if the way it's supposed to work in the legal system, if I'm not mistaken, like, if you have a problem with something that I'm doing, you're supposed to tell me what it is that I'm doing that you have a problem with. Like, you can't just be like, hey, stop doing that. All right, what? That. Well, what is that? I'll stop doing that if you just tell me what that is. All right, well, here's a Wells notice and a bunch of fines coming your way. Well, I said I'd stop doing that if you would just... Can you just define what that is, please? No, I can't do that. So let's move on to the next Coinbase article. Coinbase CEO calls for action in electing pro-crypto lawmakers following the SEC Wells notice. I mean, we should probably, they don't have to necessarily be pro-crypto, but they should understand all about like what it is, which would probably end up making them pro-crypto, because you wouldn't be able to just print it off like at a whim's notice. It's not controlled by central entities. Definitely far better asset in my opinion. So anyways, back to the article. Brian Armstrong urged crypto proponents to contact their congressmen, donate to pro-crypto candidates, show up at town halls in an effort to achieve clear rules for crypto. That's all we need, clear rules. If we're going to do it, let's have clear rules. Brian Armstrong, the CEO of United States-based cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, has renewed calls for crypto users to elect pro-crypto candidates. In March 23rd, Twitter Spaces discussion, Armstrong said Coinbase would be making efforts to organize the roughly 50 million U.S. citizens who use the crypto into a political force. His statement followed the U.S. Securities Exchange and Commission issuing a Wells notice to the crypto exchange, suggesting a potential enforcement action. So they want people to, start making phone calls, writing their letters, and getting their local representatives to start voicing the opinions of the people. It's not right what they're doing. They're going to force these companies that are really just trying to, do things the right way. They bring plenty of economic activity, if that's what you want to call it, into the country. They provide plenty of jobs. Like, they're not trying to be shady, Coinbase especially, and Kraken. But the SEC's coming down hard on them. When you think about 20% of Americans owning crypto, those are the real voters who care about these races and who can actually make a difference if they show up to a vote. It's unclear if the SEC intends to pursue enforcement action against Coinbase despite the Wells notice. Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal said Coinbase had simply been told nothing regarding which assets or services the SEC may be targeting. On Twitter Spaces, Armstrong renewed calls for listeners to support a petition to the financial regulator. Yeah, so that's what he was saying. They're not even telling them what they did or what coins they have a problem with, really. Here's one article that I actually found kind of interesting. So you're seeing all these stable coins start to go under and have problems, right? And we've heard lots of stuff about Tether having shady past. Right now, they have $1.7 billion in excess reserves. They are over collateralized. So if you know anything about how our banks, they have fractional reserve. So maybe they have 10% of all the money that are on deposit on their ledger. So if I give them $10, they'll loan it out, for $100, 10 times that. In this case with Tether, they have over collateralization. So if they have $100 of deposit, they have more than $100 to back up those deposits, which Tether seems like it's a better bank than the actual banks, if that's the actual case. So going through this article, they also say Arduino is the, I think he's the CEO of Tether, and he's saying, I love Bitcoin, that's our hedge. They have Bitcoin on their books. We don't trust those guys that took so much risk on customer deposits. That's kind of funny. Tether aggressively cut its commercial paper backing last year, eventually reducing it to zero by late 2022. In addition to removing commercial paper from its reserve, Tether was replacing those investments with U.S. Treasury bills. So they've got Treasury bills and Bitcoin on the balance sheet at Tether, as well as other assets, I think. That's pretty sweet.
Where is the support for this being organized? An example, disseminate contact information, organize actions, and sign petitions. Not sure what it means.
We would probably.
I understand that.
I already closed out the article, but really, he's saying that you should contact like your local representatives.
He's saying that when people are running, you want to. What Coinbase is saying is to put more people in charge that are crypto friendly. That can make a difference.
Right, into upcoming elections.
Yeah,
look for the runners on upcoming elections and look into, are they crypto friendly or not. I think that's what. Correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You want to start at a local level, before expanding to a federal level.
Right. So yeah, we got the Tether news. Actually, pretty bullish for Tether. What was next on my articles here? All right, so Kwon was arrested in Montenegro.
Oh, they got him?
They got him. They got Kwon.
Who is it?
they got the Terra Luna guy.
You know the Terra Luna guy, Kwon?
Oh, yeah, they got him.
Yeah, if I wasn't sitting on my couch, I'd maybe pour one out for him real quick.
That dude was bouncing everywhere.
So, the former blockchain executive is wanted by Interpol for his role in the $40 billion collapse of the Terra ecosystem in May 2022. So, let's see. Where is it?
I wonder how much money that guy made before it collapsed.
The individual suspected of being the former cryptocurrency king was detained at the I'm going to butcher this one. Podgorica airport with falsified documents, and authorities are awaiting official confirmation of identity. Montenegro is geographically south of Serbia and shares borders with the country. Since December 22, South Korean prosecutors have alleged that Kwon was hiding in Serbia, where no extradition agreements exist with South Korea. All right, so he's basically bouncing back and forth countries with no extradition laws. But it looks like he was also wanted by United States, and they actually do have an old extradition law.
Of course.
Yeah, of course we have an old one.
They do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. So we got him on an old one. Yep, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission charged Kwon with orchestrating a multi-billion-dollar crypto asset securities fraud involving algorithmic stablecoin and other crypto asset securities.
It's crazy. U.S. can just go anywhere.
Yep, it's like you did something with a security, you're done for. Okay, so this one is kind of interesting. Binance employees allegedly helping customers in China bypass KYC controls. So as you guys may have heard, it's illegal to trade in cryptocurrencies in China. But it looks like that's not really posing too much of a problem because they got some inside people helping them with that. A new investigation claims that users around the world are manipulating Binance's billion-dollar security protocols through inside help. We got an inside man. The world's largest cryptocurrency exchange has made significant efforts to be a leader in transparency in the industry since the FTX scandal. However, a new report claims that Binance insiders are allegedly helping others bypass security protocols. Ooh. Yep, aiding customers in China to subvert the Know Your Customer controls, KYC. Let's see. There's more than 220,000 users registered in the Chinese language chat rooms. I feel like that's kind of low for China.
Huh.
But anyways, yeah, techniques shared included forging baked papers, or testing false addresses, and other simple system manipulations. Yeah, going the distance. So maybe you'll see a little FUD with that. You might get in a little trouble Binance later for that.
I know a lot of people in the group are worried about Kucoin with the bots in New York.
So maybe we can see if there's any Kucoin news just to see. I don't live in New York, but I don't want to see them get in any kind of trouble, like at all, because my funds are on there and other people's funds are there. So I haven't been able to read these articles yet, but these are the most recent ones. We already know that the New York Attorney General sues Kucoin for alleged securities law violations.
Mark needs to go, so he wants to know if you could touch on each BTC real quick.
Yes. We'll get
Before
right back to
Scuba Steve interrupted.
No,
I'm
no
joking.
worries.
I'm joking, Steve.
No, you're good.
Kucoin. So, it looks like it's trying to form some kind of base at the moment. I don't want to see this shifted right at the moment. I mean, it could go lower.
I don't like that chart, that's why. I think it'll recover, but I think it'll be a while before it recovers.
I think it'll recover too. I need to look at Ethereum like by itself real quick. Because that one's just kind of... The BTC pairs are weird. So Ethereum's going to fall. So if Ethereum's going to fall and Bitcoin's going to fall, unfortunately, Ethereum usually falls harder. Which, in the case for our bots, our Bitcoin bots, we don't want that to happen unless we're trying to fill our bags. If we're trying to exit our bags, we want Ethereum to outpace Bitcoin, like, in price appreciation, not going down. Sorry, I have an eyelash in my eye and it's like driving me nuts. I'm sorry. We do not want this to go down farther than Bitcoin or faster.
So that's what I'm worried about, because Ethereum has a lot of bad news with the gas. Now I'm pumped with the gas fees.
Good to know. This essentially looks like the same damn chart for Bitcoin. Like it really does. So it's going to do whatever Bitcoin does, really. But is it going to go up here and tap the supply up here? I mean, if Bitcoin's not going to do that, I can't see why Ethereum would, is the thing. Oh, this is freaking... I know, it could go up or it could go down. It's very unhelpful. I know. It's also the weekend, so like that's the other thing. It's like, bust out your sandpaper. Jeez. Short term? What are we getting? Anything short term momentum-wise?
When I checked it before, it looked like it was going to go down again.
Yeah, I mean, I got downward pressure on the Joule. I think you're just going to be in this range. I don't know if it's necessarily going to break $1,700.
Guys, unfortunately, I have to go right now.
All right, Steve. Oh, man.
Yeah, sorry.
So next stream we'll keep it professional. We'll have you calling via Skype.
Yeah, we'll start a little earlier and get things set up better.
All right, sounds good. I'll talk to you in a little bit, okay?
All right, Steve. Talk to you soon.
See you guys.
Bye-bye. And it kind of has like this bear flag-ish look where it is trending down. But that's such a tough call. How much further does she have to go in it is the question. Like, how deep is she?
She was pretty deep from what I remember. I'll double check.
See, the plus side with the Satoshi bot, if you're going to be stuck in a coin, you're going to be stuck in a good coin like Ethereum or XRP generally, something that like you know it's going to go up and pump at some point. You don't want to be stuck in it, but sometimes it just happens. like it really, like the BTC looks a little bit better. Like it looks like it's trying to float up at least a little bit. And if I were 06. All right, so a first target for it to, I think that it will hit sometime soon this weekend, likely. It will likely float up and at least touch the 236, which is at 0.065 even. But you know me with my 382, which is at 0.66497. I think that area is probably more likely to be tapped a little later into this weekend.
You checking now for exit?
Okay, no problem. I hope this helps a little bit. I mean, I do see, like, the jewel is still angled down, but that's not an end-all be-all, because you just find it on another, see, you just look on another time frame that fits your needs. Hey, look, it's up. Let's smooth it out. So on the 2 hour, it's freshly crossed up, so that means the 4 hour will be turning around and floating up at some point. So, right, it did.
That's an ugly chart, to be honest, though. It's been down, 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 down.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, it has to have a relief rally at some point. Everything gets a relief rally at some point.
0.068.
0.068. Oh, that's at the 618. Okay, so that is kind of far up, but 618 is still, that's a very common spot for it to go, and it lines up right with that order block right over here. And what would that look like on a daily?
Ethereum would have to outpace Bitcoin for that to happen, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but that happens a lot, and it doesn't take much for it to do. As much as it outpaces it going down, it outpaces it going up.
Oh, I know
just
that,
as
yeah.
much, yeah.
And that's when people go, the flippening.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I think I shared that the other day. Oh, so if you actually want something in your favor, you just got a fresh jewel signal crossed up on the daily. So when you get them from this low, usually,
She has another buy order at 0.61.
okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going that low. I think you're going to be saved by the jewel on the daily. So it might, unfortunately, these take a couple days to play out, but it is working its way back up. So like I was saying on the 1 hour and 2 hour, how you got it actually angled up here, it's going to start bleeding over into higher time frames. Like the 3 hour right here has already turned white. It told you, all right, it's turning around. So it's, when it basically breaks this area, that should cause it to flip white. Breaking here should cause this to flip white when it on the daily has already flipped white. Basically trying to say that we are heading north. 0.68, I think you get that next couple days. Might suck to be, you might have to be patient, but you got it. That even if you were getting a series of lower highs, that would be right around the area that you'd get it, and that would still allow you to get out. So yeah, I think you have the daily jewel on your side, kind of giving you that momentum throughout the next couple days. Let me go check back on, see if my bots have been doing anything.
There's a report on CoinDesk. It says that Bank of America has done research on Ethereum, and the bank has said that it expects Ethereum adoption and usage to decelerate if the blockchain is not able to increase its throughput.
They will have, well, first of all, they have layer 2s built on top of it, which take care of that. But they're also adding sharding and other things that will take care of that.
That's what they talked about too. They said, we view Ethereum's long-term viability as dependent on its ability to fill the vision laid out on its roadmap, which
Yes.
includes implementing sharding architecture to expand its throughput capacity significantly.
That's what they do need.
So Bank of America noted that the long-term viability of Ethereum will depend on how this takes form and takes shape.
And they really do need to get their butt in gear because it's been taking them forever. So I'm just going to touch back on my spot bot. For anybody that's new, depending on what coin it was looking on and where the market is, you're going to notice that in the bot state, here, let me actually zoom in a little bit so that maybe you can see a little better. Up here at the top, it says waiting on RSI filter for EOS. The expected value is 65, but it's only 50 at the moment. Excuse me. So it's going to look through coins until it finds the perfect coin to trade based on the parameters inside the bot. If you wanted to see what's inside the bot, we'll give you just a little snippet. So it's going to tell you a little bit about, what coins you're trading, your wallet, size of your grid, rate cover, if you have restructuring. And then down here you have your coin list. And then further down you can have certain filters for pumps and dumps and bot filters, and you can use trading view signals, which I will be incorporating in the future into new bots. But yeah, that's how you build and edit your bots, right in that area. So I hope that helps a little bit.
My bots, they had their best week ever last week.
You had a great week?
Yeah, it went from 12,000 to 13,000.
You mean 100?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's still a good jump. That's like about a 10% week or something.
1,300.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's all good. I'm getting a little tired. But I was hoping to see more trades going on. So if Bitcoin's going to be bouncing a little bit, it's still generally trending down. I'm not exiting this trade or anything. I'm still up 9.26%. I am targeting lower spots, like I mentioned.
I'm also stuck in XRP with Steve.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
XRP USDT. That's what you were just talking about.
You will.
Yeah, 24 hours. So stay the same. I'm also stuck in ETH with Marky.
On the daily, XRP is swinging down with the jewel. That's what we're getting on the jewel. So how much more do you have to go for XRP? Plenty of room?
I was looking at ETH. Alright, I'll look at that now. Second. Or I should probably get on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Alright, so XRP, I'm selling at 0.438. Is that where Steve was? I'm pretty sure it's Steve's same area.
I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah,
he
you
said.
don't have too far to go, but I don't know if you're going to get there anytime soon. How many more orders do you have allowed to go?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 orders deep.
Okay, so you still have room to go. Yeah, it's already kicking in on the restructuring, so it could fall plenty more and you'll be safe before it bounces back up. coins like this, they have wild like ranges. So like you really like. That's why I built the spot bot the way that it is. It generally is looking for uptrends to trade in, but we all know that the trend can trade on a dime. So we want that kind of added security. Steve's bot likes to just ride the uptrends. So it's only looking for stuff in strong uptrends.
Yeah, that's why I was in XRP for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Exit XRP, back in XRP, exit R.
Mm-hmm. So that's why we generally recommend to run them alongside each other, because they complement each other. One's like, hey, I'm going to ride that strong wave. The other one's like, you know what? I want to ride them all, bro. And that's cool because one will profit more, which is Steve's bot. That profits heavier. It has a little more risk to it, which is where my bot kicks in. So my bot will generally profit lower, but it doesn't generally take losses as often as often. So that's kind of how you kind of balance them out.
Oh, Steve was 437.
Okay.
What did I say mine was?
438.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, a point off.
So Mark, you still was at 0.68. Mine's at 0.63.
Yeah. It could, if it retraces like this candle right here and just sits and plays volatility, which it could be, you could exit soon, but I am getting a down reading that maybe it will go further down before it goes up. I don't know. It's a weekend. It's really tough to call. I really don't know at the moment. Going into weekends is very, very weird because you get all the what do you want to call them? Liquidation hunting bots. They know that people, like if they leave their positions open on weekends, they're going to try to hunt out those stop losses and they're going to try to hunt out those liquidation zones for anyone going on high leverage. They want to clear out all that open interest so that they can go back into the week fresh
and
to screw over a whole new set of people.
Your long bots in the fourth coin in today. Already entered and left 2 different coins. It went into Sol twice, XLM, and now it's in Litecoin.
Nice. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. My bot is very polite. Anything else? I think we're going to get signing off pretty soon, guys. I think we've had a pretty good run. No music tonight.
I just bought the new gear, so it's going to take a second for us to set everything up. But when we do have it set up, it's going to sound way better.
Oh, yeah. If you like the way this mic sounds, wait till we get all our instruments plugged in and everything sounding nice and crisp.
So I bought a professional recording mixer. So all individual instruments will be able to go into the Focusrite, and then we can control the volume here.
And we're going to also get some of the plugins to, further improve the quality and clarity. So, yeah. Thank you guys for joining us.
Oh, yeah, and then we have our interview Sunday planned.
Oh, yeah. Shout out.
With the DeFi Criminal Investigation Group leader.
That's the full name? That's a mouthful. Like, what's that? Like the full name?
Crypto Ronin.
Crypto Ronin. Thank you. Sorry, mine draws a blank. Crypto Ronin. We're going to link up for an interview on Sunday, so I'm going to be linking all that in my Telegram group. If you're not in the Telegram, links in the description. Hope to see you in there. Signing out. Have a great night, guys.
Peace, ninjas.
Peace.